This is such a tempting bag. Is the Speedy 20 Damier Ebene one of the best bags that LV released this year? Is it worth it? Let's have a look. Hello everyone, welcome back to another mommy review where I review all things for the love of. Today I am talking about the Speedy 20 Damier Ebene from Louis Vuitton that recently got released. In this video, I want to go over all the pros and cons related to this handbag and ultimately come to the conclusion, is it worth it? Hopefully this will be helpful for you. And before I get started, if you like the content on this channel, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for considering, and on with the video. So today we're talking all about the Speedy 20 Damier Ebene. This handbag was recently released in 2023 in July. Now that I look at it, it looks like it's not available all around the world because some of our fellow Louis Vuitton bag lovers are still having trouble getting a hold of it in certain parts of the world. But before I get started, let's talk a little bit about the history about the Speedy and why this is still so groundbreaking that they're coming out with a new Louis Vuitton of the size for Speedy in this print. Now, for history, Speedy was Louis Vuitton's first handbag that was designed for like everyday use. It is a signature bag from Louis Vuitton. Officially, it was launched with the Speedy 30 in mind, and then it wasn't until Audrey Hepburn fell in love with the bag and then wanted something a little bit smaller that the 25 was born. With that said, the Speedy 20 is not brand new. I mean, there has been Louis Vuitton Speedies that came out before this Damier Ebene. I mean, if you look at their website, they have like the limited LV with YK Speedy, that's $4,450. They also have like the one in the classic monogram that is available, and that one's priced at $2,810. I mean, there are various versions that's been around for a while. So what is the big deal with this version? The original Speedy 20 bandolier that came out was pretty much a cult favorite once it came out. It was introduced in October 2021. I'm surprised that it took them 2 whole years before they decided to let the Damier Ebene version come out. This one does come with 2 versions for this original monogram, as well as they also have one in this Empire leather that is like absolutely gorgeous as well, priced at $3,350. So let's dive deeper into the Speedy Bandolier 20 in the Damier Ebene, what makes it special, and going over pros and cons. Hopefully it'll help you decide whether you want to add this to your collection. First of all, I must say I absolutely love the size. I'm a little bit more of a petite person myself, so it fits perfectly. But I know a lot of people are not a big fan of the strap that it comes with. It is a kind of a wider detachable strap, as you can see here, with like this textile strap, woven Louis Vuitton signature on it, which makes the bag, I feel like, it's a little bit more cool and casual, just maybe a little bit more sporty, but maybe a little bit too casual and too trendy. What do you guys think? I think for most people, they prefer more of a classic strap, which is just such a shame that they decided to opt for this one. But one thing that's great about it, it is adjustable. I think that for most people who don't like the strap, they'll just opt to sell it and then buy another classic strap from Louis Vuitton. Overall, I just find that the strap is a little bit more distracting, too much branding on it. But I do find this size handbag is just really great to wear. It's just really easy. But if you keep the strap, I think the strap is still a nice tone. It's not like at least super flashy in terms of color, and it's a fun way to kind of dress up your bag. But personally, I think I prefer something like a brown facetta, which is easy to find nowadays. So what else about this Speedy Bandolier 20 and Damier Ebene makes it so special? Well, first of all, compared to the black leather version, it is definitely more lightweight, which is one of the reasons I think it is so popular for the canvas version. And compared to, let's say, the monogram version that you see here, you just don't need to baby the bag as much. You see the facetta there, like that one is gonna honey over time, but like you really need to be careful about oils in your hands and hand sanitizers, how that might stain. Whereas the Damier Ebene, you don't really have to worry about that. And I can see why people would absolutely love this version of the handbag way more. It's easier to maintain. But is this the Speedy that we've all been waiting for? I mean, it looks like a classic that is great to add to a collection, but how does it compare with Speedies that we already have? I mean, we already have the Nano Speedy, as you can see here. This one is priced at $2,410. Right now, the Nano Speedy only comes in the monogram, as you can see here, but I think it's just a matter of time that we get a Damier Ebene version of this. But it comes with a detachable strap, which I love this version with the detachable strap that's like fachetta. Can they not have something similar for the Speedy 20? I think it's just like really poor planning. So this one is priced at $2,410. One thing I noticed about the Nano is that the zipper only goes across on the top, whereas if you look at the Speedy Bandolier 20 for the Damier Ebene, the zipper comes all the way down on the side, which is really functional and practical and helps you open the bag a bit more to find your belongings, and that is a great detail that they added. I do find that the Nano is just a smidge small. It's 6.3 inches by 3.9 inches by 3 inches, and it doesn't come with the padlock that you see with the Speedy Bandolier 20, which I think is part of that classic look. But what about the Speedy 25? I mean, the Speedy 25 has been around for a bit. This one is priced at $2,490. Now, the odd part is that the 25 actually costs less compared to the Speedy 20 that just came out at $2,810, which I don't understand. It just doesn't make sense to me why the smaller version would cost more. But with that said, I guess that the 25 version doesn't necessarily fit for everybody, especially for a petite person like me. It is a little bit on the bigger side, may not look as good as a crossbody, but look at the strap that it comes with. This brown strap, I think it looks just so much better. Why would they not do that with the Speedy Bandolier 20 that they came out with? But like, yeah, it just boggles my mind. So let me sum it up for you so far. What I find are the major pros and major cons related to the new Speedy Bandolier 20 in Damier Ebene. Reasons why you should get it and reasons why you may not. Number one, it is a instant classic, I feel. I mean, Louis Vuitton is known for the speedy shape as part of its heritage. Number two, it's easy to style. I think you can dress it up, dress it down. It can be sporty, casual. You can dress it up for a special occasion with a different strap or just use it as a top handle. Number three, it fits a lot. It actually has a very large capacity compared to what it looks on the exterior. It's great for everyday, running errands, like brunch, shopping, like even work. Obviously, it means that you're not carrying that much, but like it is pretty versatile. I would say it would fit maybe like a smaller standard water bottle, but anything more, I'll probably go with like a never full instead. Number four, I find it is lightweight, and you don't want to lug a really heavy bag around all day, so I feel like every little pound counts. Number five, you know it will hold its value. It has staying power. After all, the Speedy's been around for like decades. I believe that even if the passion fades for you for this Damier Ebene Speedy Bandolier 20, if you resell it in a couple years, you'll still make a good investment on it. Number six, it is low maintenance. If you love the Damier Ebene print and it wears well, it's one of like the all-time favorite prints and one of the OG prints for Louis Vuitton. So now on to number seven. I think it is one of my favorite sizes. It's not too big, not too small, so it's like a great option for like multiple occasion. And last but not least, the final point is just that I love the longer zip on the side, about the practicality of how you can open up the bag a little bit more as the zipper runs down the side, not just on the top as you see in a Nano. And that is very clever. As for cons, definitely number one is the strap itself. Looks a little bit not as classy, I would say. For some people, it might be a complete turn off, but then again, like, you can always pick up a strap from elsewhere. And then the second con, I think, biggest con for most people is the price point. A little bit unflattering for $2,810 for a canvas bag of the size. But then again, there are price increases on a regular interval for a lot of the Louis Vuitton handbags. So I'm sure this one will go up in price again. If you are in love with this handbag, now is the time to pick it up. And you can see that, like, it says notify me, but just before filming this, it was like available. Whereas if you check out the monogram version, it's actually available to pick up in cart. And I think the passion will fade over time, and then the Damier Ebene will become more readily available. But definitely, I think it will be affected with the price increases coming up for Louis Vuitton. So at the end of the day, do you think the Damier Ebene Louis Vuitton Speedy B20 Damier is worth it? Well, I think it depends. And a lot of people, when they think about whether a bag is worth it, they talk about, is it versatile? Like, definitely, I think it is a very versatile bag. I mean, after all, you can use it as a hand carry by using the top handle. You can use it as a crossbody by using the long strap. You can use it as a shoulder bag. There's just like so many ways to wear it, which I see as like a huge plus. I mean, I think that's one of the reasons why there is such a long following for the smaller size, for the Speedy Damier. I'm a little surprised actually that they haven't had the Speedy Damier in 20 for Damier Ebene until this point. But yeah, I guess it's been missing this whole time. I definitely feel like this bag will have very good staying power. Sure, I know that mini bags are probably gonna trend out, and like it's probably moving towards like bigger bag trends coming up. But I don't feel like the Speedy Damier 20 is like a super mini micro bag. I think it will still be relevant like 5-10 years from now. I think that Louis Vuitton is definitely capitalizing on the small bag trend, but like I feel like the Speedy 20, I think it's like a great in between option. I mean, what fits inside definitely fits like my smartphone, a card holder, small wallet, key pouch, makeup pouch, sunglasses for sure. So at the end of the day, is it worth it? I mean, what other options are out there, and what are we expecting coming up? Well, for sure, I think that this Nano Speedy that you see on the website would definitely come up with probably a Damier Ebene version of it soon. Don't you think so? Or maybe even like Alma, they'll come out with a mini version this year. I feel like they're still like trying to tap into this like micro mini bag trend. I mean, I do find that the Speedy is like a really practical option, and that it's very small but it still packs a punch. But there are options out there for like great weekend bags besides the Speedy 20. If you look at Celine, for example, Celine has a small Boston. This one is in the canvas version, is $2,200. It also comes with a removable strap. If you're looking for like a different type of canvas, a little bit different, I think this is a great option. Consider the size is a little bit different. It's 8 by 6 by 4 inches, but not a significant difference, I would say. And if you're looking for more of a budget option to try out this type of barrel bag, I mean, the other option could be checking out Coach. Coach has the Ruby Satchel 25, of course not the same size, it is 25, but it's priced at $335. So I think it's a great budget option to try out whether this is the type of handbag or style that you like for yourself. And similar to the Louis Vuitton bandolier, you can see that it comes with a strap that is detachable, and also the zipper does run down onto the side as well, so it opens up quite a bit. The only caveat I would say is that because it is full leather, it's going to be a little bit heavier, but definitely not the same price tag with the $335 on sale, 50% off right now for this chalk version. And of course, I believe the Coach outlet also has the Rowan satchel that's priced at $229. That's a little bit different. This is cross-grain leather. This is a little bit bigger. It's 10-inch in length, 6.5-inch in height, and 5.5-inch in width. But I think it's a great classic option with a zipper pocket on the outside, just for easy access for items that you will use from day to day. So I think this is a great option to consider if you just want to try out if this is the style bag for you. But ultimately, is the Speedy Bandolier 25 worth it? I think this is a hard question to ask. It is. I find that the Speedy 25 is a little bit too big for someone who is petite, but for this price, I think it's still worth it. It has good staying power. I think it will stand the test of time. It will be great if they relaunch it with a classic strap instead. And like I said, even if your passion fades for this bag in several years, you will still be able to resell it. So if you are on the fence about it, I would say go for it. It is a wise investment on a classic piece. A gorgeous, comfortable, everyday bag. I hope this is not the FOMO in me speaking, but honestly, that is my honest opinion. I would love to hear from you at this point. What do you think of Louis Vuitton's Speedy Bandolier 20? Do you think the Damier Ebene is worth it? Would you consider investing into this handbag, or are there other handbags from Louis Vuitton that you're considering adding to your collection? Well, that's it for now. Thank you so much for joining me on this video, and I'll see you next time. Take care and stay safe, everyone. Bye for now.